Welcome back to my channel. Cobb and Arthur are extractors who perform corporate surveillance utilizing trial dream sharing innovation to penetrate their objective's psyche and concentrate data. Their most recent objective, Saito, is intrigued with Cobb's capacity to layer different dreams inside one another. He offers to enlist Cobb for the evidently unimaginable occupation of embedding a thought into an individual's inner mind, performing initiation on Robert, the child of Saito's rival Maurice Fischer, with the plan to break up his dad's organization. Consequently, Saito vows to clear Cobb's criminal status, permitting him to get back to his youngsters. Cobb acknowledges the proposition and gathers his group, a counterfeiter named Eames, a physicist named Yusuf, and an understudy named Ariadne. Ariadne is entrusted with planning the fantasy's engineering, something Cobb himself can't accomplish, inspired by a paranoid fear of being disrupted by his brain's projection of his late spouse Mal. Maurice kicks the bucket, and the group steadies Robert into a 3-layer shared dream on a plane to America. Time on each layer runs more slow than the layer above, with one part remaining behind on each to play out a music-synchronized kick to all the while stir visionaries on every one of the 3 levels. The group kidnaps Robert in a city on the main level, yet they are gone after by his prepared subliminal projections. After Saito is injured, Cobb uncovers that while biting the dust in the fantasy would ordinarily stir visionaries, Yusuf's narcotics will rather send them into limbo, a universe of limitless psyche. Eames mimics Robert's adoptive parent, Peter Searing, to present the possibility of a substitute will to break up the organization. Cobb lets Ariadne know that he and Mal entered limbo while exploring different avenues regarding dream sharing, encountering 50 years in a single night because of the time expansion with the real world. Mal would not get back to the real world, and Cobb rather performed commencement on her to persuade her. Subsequent to awakening, Mal actually accepted she was dreaming. Endeavoring to awaken, she ended it all and outlined Cobb to drive him to do likewise. Cobb escaped the US, abandoning his youngsters. Yusuf drives the group around the primary level as they are calmed into the subsequent level, a lodging envisioned by Arthur. Cobb convinces Robert that he has been hijacked by sauteing to stop the disintegration and that Cobb is a guarded projection, driving Robert another 3rd level further as a feature of a ploy to enter Robert's psyche. In the 3rd level, the group penetrates a snow-capped fortification with a projection of Maurice inside, where the actual origin can be performed. Be that as it may, Yusuf plays out his dismiss too early by driving from an extension, constraining Arthur and Eames to ad-lib another arrangement of kicks synchronized with them raising a ruckus around town, by gear lift in the stronghold individually with explosives. Mal then, at that point, shows up and kills Robert before he can be exposed to the origin, and he and Saito are lost into limbo, driving Cobb and Ariadne to safeguard them in time for Robert's commencement and Eames' kick. Cobb buries the hatchet with his part in causing Mal's demise. Ariadne eliminates Mal's projection and awakens Robert with a kick. Resuscitated into the 3rd level, he finds the established thought, his perishing father advising him to make something for himself. While Cobb looks for Saito in an in-between state, the others ride the matched-up kicks back to the real world. Cobb tracks down a matured Saito and helps him to remember their understanding. The visionaries all stir on the plane, and Saito settles. On a telephone decision, showing up at LA, Cobb passes the migration-designated spot and his father by marriage goes with him to his home. Cobb utilizes Mal's emblem, a top that turns endlessly in a fantasy, to test assuming that he is for show in reality, yet he decides not to notice the outcome and on second thought joins his youngsters. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe.